branch. Today, we have Bobby Lee, the hilarious and infamous pants shitter. Bobby Lee, the comedian.
And comedian.
And comedian. Pants shitter. He was on Mad TV. He has a podcast that he slams. And he's just an all-around funny, cool dude. But today, before we get into that, he's going to be joining us later. I was feeling like it's time to try a new format on the podcast here. Because we've had like a ton of interviews in a row. And while I love interviewing and spending time with guests, I feel like kind of the heart and soul of the podcast should be me complaining and Hila listening. And I feel like there hasn't been enough of me complaining and Hila listening.
Ethan is losing it.
And so I'm losing it. And so what we were thinking is that the first 30 minutes to 45 minutes should be me and Hila talking about what's going on, talking about what's bothering me, what's not going on, and what's going in.
Or out.
Or out at the same time, you know? There's lots of twists and turns. There's no coffee. There's no water on the table. Now, I'm a straight-up diva, okay? I'm a diva, but I'm also a patient and forgiving man. Okay, and I can only tolerate so many. What did I do to deserve this disrespect? There's no glass of water on the table. I would like a glass of water though. God, no respect in this.
This is what we need 30 minutes for.
No respect, dude. Shit, got like a full staff of people back here. Can't even get a glass of water. What are you looking at, Shredder? Anyway, what was I saying? I don't hear water pouring.
It's on its way.
So we thought it would be we should have our own thing, you know. We should take the time to talk and see what's going on because there's all kinds of stuff I want to talk about. So let's just get right into it. Thank you, Dan. Oh, that's not Dan. That's Ian. You guys' beards are.
Hey,
melding into one identity.
You got a teddy bear on your shirt.
Sorry to disappoint.
All right.
Yeah. On brand.
Bye, Ian. So, first of all, Bobby Lee will be here in about 30 minutes. Looking forward to that. So we had a live show last month at the Improv with Post Malone, and it was a ton of fun. It was so much fun. It was exhilarating. It was incredible. Yeah. Like, so there was 200 seats there. And the thing about the Improv is like, there's no real green room or backstage. So you have to walk through the crowd to get there. And when we walked through, everyone was just like so freaking supportive and high energy. It was incredible. You walk out, it's like embarrassing in a way, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone's like so hyped to see you, and it's like, me? So, our first show was a total blast. Our next live show is this month on the 26th at the Ace Theater, downtown LA. The tickets are on sale. You can spam it. Can you guys spam it? And we'll also put it in the description of YouTube. But this one's a 1,700-seater at the Ace Theater. I am terrified.
I'm terrified.
1,700 seats, man.
Last time I could barely talk. More than, like, normally I can barely talk.
Right.
But that was more than the normal.
I think you're being hard on yourself.
No.
But I did find it interesting that, so Austin was like, he was telling us that he was super nervous. And he's played shows way bigger than that. But I guess it's different because he just goes up and he sings and he does something that he's really comfortable and used to doing. But going up in front of an audience and like talking and shit is a whole different, I guess, skill set, right? So he said he was super nervous up there too, which I thought was cute.
We were all so nervous.
Bro, I was terrified before. Did we even talk about this?
No, I don't think we did.
See, that's the problem with this show. What's the point of the podcast if I can't even talk about like that whole experience? Yeah. So, I was just shitting myself backstage as we were waiting. And then Austin came like 2 minutes before we were supposed to go.
Yeah, it was almost late, and we were like...
we were waiting in the stairwell. And of course, he's always on time. He's the coolest guy. He comes cruising up the stairs. and we barely have enough time to snap a photo. But I'm just like, I don't know how to describe that feeling. It's just,
Yeah.
it's excitement
like-
and nervousness and all kinds of nuts.
There's like no words exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'm wondering, but the thing about the improv is that it's so intimate there that you can like see everybody's face.
Like the first row were pretty much like they're sitting right across the
Yeah,
table.
exactly. But I think at the Ace, you're not going to necessarily see everybody in there. So in a weird way, I expect it to be less stressful in that you don't feel like you're entertaining. Like people are like staring at you, waiting to be entertained in a way, you know? You're just
Staring
talking.
at you like, when is the joke coming?
Yeah, exactly. You're just staring almost into like a black void because the lights are so bright you can't really see anything. So that's really exciting. I'm super pumped, and the plan is that we want to do it every month. And I think what we want to do is at the Ace every month, like a residency. So we'll do it at our last show of every month at the Ace, and we'll put our tickets on sale for the whole year, probably next month after we see how this one goes. If I don't tank, if I don't bomb completely, what's the worst case scenario? Like, what would be the worst bomb? What if I just walked out and broke my leg? That's what they say, break your leg. What if I just tripped and broke my leg?
That won't be that bad because it's not your fault.
It's almost like, thank you, good night. No refund. That actually happened. I saw a conference at BlizzCon. This is the funny shit. Ian, can you try to find that or someone back there? At BlizzCon, they have a costume competition. And everyone comes out in their costumes. And someone literally came out and broke their leg and had to be carried off the stage. And I know it sounds tragic, but it was hilarious. Can you find it, Ian? Meanwhile, I wanted to talk about our last video, Ethan's Closet, because
corner.
That's how much I care about it. It had everyone so polarized. It was a shitty video. I mean, I knew that. It was just a goof, right? It's funny. We actually had people unsubscribing like a lot from that video. It doesn't really bother me. I just find it funny that like years of posting content and then all of a sudden they're like, nope. Maybe they had it. Maybe that was it.
You know what, Ethan? I've had enough with your videos.
Because this is it. Goodbye forever. Goodbye forever. Here's the video, by the way. This is important. This is more important than whatever I'm talking about. All right. Oh yeah, this is definitely it.
What's your name?
Daniel.
Where are you from?
Arizona.
Oh no.
What is the costume?
As good as it gets, dude.
That's what you do, Daniel.
Undead male.
Undead male, do it well, okay? Have at it. Daniel, undead male!
You guys are not. This is what's gonna happen to me.
I can't wait.
He like immediately just. Oh.
Still whisper on my lips, feel it in my fingertips, pulling at my skin.
Oh man. Get it, Daniel.
Keep me when I'm at my worst.
You shouldn't laugh, but he pretty much sprained his ankle or really. He's fucked up. This is bad.
Are you alright, man?
He won't even attempt to stand up. He's just like, you know what? I'm done. Someone carry my ass off. And that's what happens. It's the huge security guards carries us off.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
No.
Bro, you have one good leg. Just stand up and hop off. God Christ.
He's also super nervous.
It's the most okay. Okay, but I mean, you've got adrenaline. Just hobble off, crawl off stage. If you have to, just get on, just crawl out. You're in the trenches, man. There's shells falling.
No, we have a
He
medical
just gave up.
He just gave up on life.
We have a broken leg.
Aw.
No, you can't. This is broken.
We have a broken leg here.
Oh, here.
Look at this. All these guys come out and carry his ass out.
Put weight on.
Look at this. They grab him by the. Oh, this is too good. Have you ever seen a sadder sight in your
I
life?
feel so bad for him.
Look at this. He's grabbing his broken ankle.
The poor guy.
Dance contest is serious
Wait,
business.
there's this moment here of like a face that you'll never forget.
I saw that.
Hold on, I want to capture that moment.
That definitely deserves a big round of applause for
Here it
your
is.
performance.
Oh, the makeup doesn't help.
So that's the worst case scenario, pretty much. Man.
I can relate. Last night I fell
Oh yeah.
in our stairs.
Yeah. We moved into a new house
And
and
it still hurts.
It's got pretty steep stairs, and I was just standing there, and Hila was coming down the
We were
stairs.
playing with Shredder.
It's dangerous, and Hila just ate shit. Like she just skipped the last stair,
Yeah.
and it looked weird because it looked almost like she meant to do it, but no, she ate shit hard. She tumbled, she timbered right there. Timber.
It's
Anyway.
rough. So I can relate.
Who can relate?
Who can relate?
You can. So anyway, the last video was a real shit post, and a lot of people were upset. Some people liked it, some people didn't, which is fine. I tried to tell you guys I was going to post shitty videos. Did I not say that? And everyone, you remember when we were like, "Oh, I've been depressed. Oh, I've been
yeah,
depressed."
It took a little while from that moment.
Yeah,
I
they
think people
They
forgot
did
already.
forget. I should have followed it up with this video. But you know, I just felt like posting a video. I didn't care about what it was. It wasn't, you know. But anyway, this meme was really funny on the subreddit. I love this family, man. The new H3's video was shit. It's the return of classic H3. It's forced and full of half-baked jokes and builds up to absolutely nothing. He is alerting people on the Facebook privacy scandal with maintaining a good balance between information and shit posting. All he did was say Facebook and AIDS 50 times. Can it be both? I feel like it can be both. I feel like the truth is somewhere in the middle.
I don't know why these people. What is this from?
It's from Pawn. Oh, these are the
Those shows.
It's called West Coast Choppers.
yeah, these are the West Coast boys. I love that. Just he's throwing
I feel
a
like they
chair.
really capture
Yeah,
the feeling of those comments.
right. Like exactly. Anyway, guys, we just posted a new video that I don't know. I'm happy with it. I like it. We're trying to get back into the swing of it. You know, that's two videos this week.
The longer you don't post, it gets harder to get back to it.
Right.
So we're just trying to break that.
That's what it was.
And there's like a
Break
wall.
the seal.
Yeah.
And that's what that video, Ethan's Corner, was. Because you make a video. It's not as good as you want. Maybe you don't think it's good at all. But at a certain point, you just got to post it and move on. Because then what? You don't post it, and then you get even more depressed, and then you try to make another video, you get more. I'm at the point where I just want to post it and move on, because I feel like I need to be creative. I need to be just moving forward all the time, because lately I've been so depressed and so stuck, and so just like stuck in the same thoughts, in the same head, in the same space, and I feel like I need to slam through that. I need to blast through all that.
And like not working / posting videos, they go together. Not doing that gets more depressing, because you lose like your purpose. Like what are we doing here? Like,
Right.
What?
And we've been putting too much. Well, it's not that we've been putting too much emphasis on the podcast. It's just
It
that
just became the only thing. that we're
yeah,
doing.
and maybe I was almost just compensating for the fact we weren't making videos. I don't know, but we need to find a balance. Because I was thinking back like to a year plus ago when we were posting like 2 or 3 videos a week, and for me that was a really cool. It was a good time for me because I was always creating something new. I was being creative, and I was just expressing myself more authentically than always trying to. I don't know, whatever. I'm going to be real. I have a bottle of antidepressants next to my bed, and I take it out and I stare at it. And I think last night I was like having a breakdown. This shit, like there's this Amazon, like we had these guys install TVs, and they're such buffoons. These guys are such meatheads. They install it so close to the fucking wall, you can't plug anything in now. And now it's installed.
On a mount.
On a mount. So I've got this Amazon stick, so I want to watch YouTube or whatever, and I'm trying to plug it in, and I can feel the socket. I have to rip the TV off the wall and jam my hand up back there, and I was like almost bleeding my hand, and I could feel the socket, and it was just about to go in, but it wouldn't go in. Okay. And I was at this for like an hour. I was like OCD obsessed. I was losing my mind. I felt like I was aware of how insane I was acting, but I couldn't stop. It was so fucking close to getting in the hole. And all the time, I know that I'm such a lunatic, but I can't stop trying to get. And I was like, dude, I'm so fucking twisted. Hila's coming in because I'm screaming like a lunatic. And she's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, this is not normal. I was like, I know, dude. But I got to get the damn stick in the hole. You know? It's like this little thing I became obsessed with, and it was just manic. So I just stopped eventually. But I've been like, I just feel like I've been crazy lately. I've got this bottle of antidepressants next to my bed, and I'm like, I think it's time. But then I realized I never actually put in the work. Taking antidepressants is like, it's either the easy way out or you already tried everything and so you should take it because there's no reason to suffer. But I'm like, this is the easy escape because there's a direct correlation between me being fat and lazy and not taking care of myself and me being depressed. And like I'm on a upward trajectory right now. And I'm like, I can't take these if I'm not exercising, if I'm not eating right, if I'm not treating myself well. It's all connected.
Yeah.
There's a direct correlation between all that shit. So I don't know. That was a couple days ago. I've been exercising. I've been trying to eat better because I'm not, you got to put in the work yourself to fix yourself before you take. Well, that would be just a shortcut. Some people need antidepressants, but I don't know if I do because I haven't actually tried to help myself yet enough to warrant it. So I'm just like, I got to do something. So I'm trying, this is all part of the same thing. I'm trying to exercise. I'm trying to treat myself better, trying to just post videos, be more creative in that way. Man, though, dude, I'm going to get that fucking stick in that hole. I swear to God, that stick is going in that hole.
Can we take off the TV?
I tried, dude. I was pulling the string. I was like, and it's a big TV too. And I was, yeah, we can take it off. There's an easy way to do it. But it just seemed, it was so sick. It felt like a biblical metaphor because it was within reach and it was totally doable. You just slide your hand up and it's just a little awkward. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, get in the hole! That's what I was literally yelling. And I'm just like, it's doable. That was the hardest part, but I just couldn't get it in. I know there's meaning somewhere in there. I don't know where it is.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Well, join the club. What else? Some lunatic went to YouTube and tried to kill everybody there. Fucking lunatic. You know, when that news broke that there was a shooting at YouTube, here's this fucking... I'm going to show you guys this, but let me talk about this a little bit. When I heard there was a shooting, active shooter there, the first thought I had was like, please God, don't let this be some disgruntled loser YouTuber.
Right.
I was like, please, the world is not that, we haven't gone that low, have we?
And then at first they said it was a girlfriend who shot her boyfriend or whatever.
And I was like, great.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
Thank God.
Well, weird that it happened at YouTube, but okay.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't.
No, it was just lunatic.
Who even started that rumor?
I have no idea. Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Well, and besides that, I know people who work there, but I have one really close friend, someone that I actually care about, who works there. And I was like, I was so worried because there was no details really of anything yet, and you didn't know how bad it was. And I texted him, and he didn't answer me right away. So I was like, I was concerned. And not only that, but you care on the level that you know it's a traumatic event for them, and you know that things aren't going to be the same now. At YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and all these people, they're like, you know, it's almost like it's not the same anymore because now the seal's been broken. And all of a sudden, someone who's angry at how you treated them is going to come try to murder you. But anyway, this lunatic, she was just thought that YouTube was suppressing her views, but honestly, her videos just suck and they're weird, which is the case most of the time, I have to say. If you're a fellow YouTuber listening to this and you think that there's a giant conspiracy to reduce your views, that could be right to an extent, but for the most part, if you're not getting views, it's probably because your videos suck and your fans are tired of your shit. That's way more likely. That's probably 75% of it, at least. And in her case...
and filtered on YouTube, and I'm not the only one.
Oh my...
So recently, they also attacked my Persian channel, Nassim Snaps. And if you go and check,
it's like, yeah, there's no conspiracy. Your shit's weird. I heard from...
That's actually the first time I'm watching her stuff.
my
Wanna
because
watch more?
No, I
new
didn't.
videos
I was
hardly get
like-
views, and my old videos that used to get many views, I stopped getting.
Sometimes that happens.
It doesn't even matter.
Right.
That's not even the
Right,
question.
right. Sure.
Even if they did.
I guess I'm just addressing her point that it's like people are entitled to be like, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. You're right. But my friend who works there was saying like that she had a handgun, and luckily she didn't have something more dangerous or more deadly with more rounds. But he said there was like a busy lunch area where everyone was eating, and she came up and just started shooting people randomly, but she was firing into a glass door a bunch. So he was saying if she actually was trying to hit more people, there could have been a lot. It could have been a lot worse. I don't know what's going on. The weird thing too is the police saw her, found her in her car, up near YouTube Studios because her dad called the police and was like, "My daughter, or maybe it was her brother, family member, my daughter or family member is super angry at YouTube and she's dangerous."
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They said, I think she's going to do something. And so the police found her sleeping in her car and they let her go.
What?
Because, well, the police said she was fine. She didn't seem dangerous. But I don't know. It's like, it's the same shit that happened with this recent school shooting. It's like every sign was like, this
Yeah.
kid is dangerous. He's
Yeah.
deranged. Let's keep an eye on him, you know? I'm glad that it wasn't worse. I'll say that.
Another thing that really was insane about this whole thing was all the comments everywhere
Yeah, everyone's just...
on what happened.
Yeah.
Like, oh, YouTube deserved it.
Um,
Like,
That was obvious. I knew it was coming, and I was just like,
but I saw so many, and they had upvotes too.
yeah. Because everybody's got to be an edgy little... Everyone's so edgy, and no one can take anything seriously. It's like the ultimate meme, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Shooting at YouTube. Meme. Oh, my God. So much meme potential. I'm going to make a joke that I'm not supposed to. Whatever. These edgy kids will grow up someday. Other stuff. There's a lot of other stuff, but Bobby just arrived, so I actually have a lot of more stuff to talk about, but we can talk about it next time
Yeah.
and then just get in with Bobby. So let's do that. Let's do that for pizza's sake, shall we? It's 2:40. When did we start? How long have we been going?
Started at 2:15. So
Oh, wow. That went by fast.
Okay.
Great. There's a couple. The lawsuit, our lawsuit. I'm talking about this. Then we'll bring Bobby in. Our lawsuit with Matt Haas got published, so it's now officially case law. It was like a big deal. It's published in a bunch of law journals, and there was like 38 different legal precedents with
Really?
with defamation and copyright. So it's like law students are going to be studying that shit now.
I feel like I learned so much about law
Yeah.
from that lawsuit.
What a crazy thing, man. And yeah, there was something funny about it. Like the lawyer who actually did all the work, I was asking him, he's not getting any credit because he was just
Yeah.
credited as an associate.
Mm-hmm.
He's
It's
like,
weird how the whole thing works. How there's like a head lawyer, but he
Yeah.
didn't actually do anything on the case. I don't know.
yeah, so there's a head lawyer that we actually didn't like at all. And we're like, please don't involve him. I don't remember what happened, but something weird happened. And then the associate guy, who's like a little tiny footmark, did everything. He was working full time on this bitch, writing all these amazing documents. He is an incredible lawyer, and he's not getting like any credit. So there you go. Life's a bitch.
Yeah.
And this one guy who did literally nothing is like getting all the credit. The one guy who were like, I don't even want to talk to this guy because I don't trust him. Oh, I know. You know what this guy did? The guy who was in charge, he used to do all this bullshit. Like, we were spending so much money, and we're not Microsoft, right? He knows we're just a couple of kids. He'll do this shit like, when I'm being deposed. Okay, so the lawyer who did all the work is there giving me counsel in the deposition. This other guy, without asking my permission or consulting, is listening on the phone the whole time and never says anything. Okay. Then so that's 8 hours, and he charges $650 an hour, and he charges us for all 8 hours. So that ends up being like $10,000-$20,000, and I'm like, bro, like what the hell? Just don't listen. Rom was fine, and he does all these little bullshit to like rack up the bill and doesn't do anything. So anyway, congratulations to our attorneys. God bless. Hila said, is it okay to talk about this? I don't know. It's not details of the case, so I think probably.
Okay.
It's not like it's not like sealed.
You sure you want to mess with lawyers?
Why, we're friends with
Just
them.
kidding.
Shit. All right, now Hila's scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
And then you gotta like type it because we have a little private Discord. And Hila's like, you sure you want to talk about this? And now you're making me anxious.
And now you're calling me out?
Well, I can't not acknowledge that because now I'm anxious on camera because I'm just going to look at it and be like,
I just said that we're allowed to talk about
I'm going to feel like this. It's too late. I already talked about it.